Let's talk about Donald Trump's state visit. I know it was a few weeks ago, but the Daily Beast reporting that the president corners Queen Camilla and says, "What's the gossip on Meghan?" I love that visual. I mean, and you know what? It's actually very funny compared to the last Queen Camilla and president story, which was Joe Biden passing gas
Oh my
in her
God. Oh
presence.
my
Do you
God.
remember
Yeah,
that?
well, this is a step up on the presidential ladder, isn't it? But I don't doubt that story for a second. It's so Donald Trump. And here's the great thing is, I don't know what Queen Camilla's response was, but I guarantee you it was probably quite effusive. She loves all of that stuff. She loves gossiping. So she'd have turned around and talked to him about Meghan, because of course she hates Meghan.
Well, I was just thinking about Queen Camilla inviting Piers Morgan and Jeremy Clarkson to an event that she hosted, and everybody, all of the outrage from the Meghan supporters that Queen Camilla would associate Jeremy Clarkson or associate with Jeremy Clarkson and Piers Morgan. And it's like, why? They're highly influential and intelligent individuals who saw right through Meghan.
Yeah, it's a really interesting point as well that she did, if you invite Piers and Jeremy Clarkson to your event, in terms of Meghan, you're making a statement, because those two are right out there for not being particularly close or big fans of Meghan Markle. So I think that would have been Camilla sending Meghan a message. Don't forget, Meghan's husband called Camilla the villain of the story.
Evil stepmother.
Yeah, evil stepmother. That book of his was particularly nasty to Camilla. So Camilla can't stand Harry, can't stand Meghan. Remember when Harry was here last time in London and went to see his father for 53 minutes?
His bodyguard was in the room.
Yeah, and Camilla was in the room.
I meant Camilla, the bodyguard.
Yeah. Well, she insisted on being there.
Yeah.
And can you imagine? I've always been trying to picture it. I mean, I know what it would have been like. She'd have sat looking at him like that.
I read what you wrote about me, or your ghost blogger wrote
So
about me.
Camilla, I think, is a formidable woman, and also she's great fun. So when Donald Trump said to her, "Come on, then, what's going on with Meghan?" I guarantee you that Camilla would have engaged in that conversation with some enthusiasm. Yeah, you heard about as ever.
Flower sprinkles, all the flower sprinkles here today. They're as ever. Let's talk about Prince William. This headline, livid over Harry and Meghan's UK comeback plan. I too was livid when I read some of these details. A source says, although America is home, Meghan's keen to reestablish links to the royal family, of course, because she can monetize them. They are carrying out a secret plan called Project Thaw, not so secret since we know about it. Meghan still believes they can all fully reconcile. Delulu. Sources say, as part of Project Thaw, this is where I get really personally offended, Markle instructed her team to set up a meeting with Catherine, Princess of Wales, in hopes the reunion would soften public opinion of the couple and help pave the way for their return to England. You know why I feel like this is coming from Meghan's team? Because they call her Kate Middleton. And to me, that's devaluing the fact that she's the future queen. This source keeps referring to Kate Middleton, Kate Middleton. You and I know that Prince William and his team have been beating into all of us. It's Catherine, Princess of Wales. The fact that this source keeps saying Kate Middleton to me suggests this could be truly coming from Camp Meghan. They say that separate insiders claimed William is determined to block any such meeting, or the Sussex is moving back to England, saying that at the very least he wants to severely hamper Harry's potential move to Windsor. They claim Harry's sent people out here to look at estates, Windsor homes, in case they want to move back out here. He's the heir now, carrying the institution. From his perspective, readmitting Harry is in any official or semi-official capacity risks confusion and fresh controversy. Let me just slur all over this paragraph. He feels burned and doesn't want to reopen old wounds. Do you have a reaction to that? And are you as personally offended by the idea of Meghan thinking she has the authority to talk to Catherine?
I'll tell you what I think this is about. Operation Thaw. It is that Meghan and Harry will have seen over the past couple of weeks, it came to fruition last week, the royal family William being the mover and the shaker in this, moving to take away Prince Andrew's titles and take away Fergie's titles. We've got a way to go on that, but it's pretty dramatic stuff. Now, it is well known, you and I have talked about this before, more than 80% of the British people want to overrule the king, because the King Charles said, oh, well, as long as we get him to agree not to use these titles, the Duke of York, Earl of Inverness and Baron Killaleah in Northern Ireland, as long as we get him to agree not to use those titles, that's all right, isn't it? No, it's not all right, because he's still officially got those titles. The king is trying to be nice to his brother. Look, you can keep the titles, you know, I'll sort this with the people. Well, the people aren't having it. Now, William is known to side with the people on this. William wants an act of parliament to actually take Andrew's titles away, which is what it would require.
Well, I've also read about a letters patent where it would give Prince William more freedom to just strip. It would be less about the government and more about the sovereign that could strip at a letters patent demand, which would be beneficial.
Well, they could do that. I mean, all it requires is for the royal family to say to our parliament, you know,
I know, but if Prince William pursues the letters patent, he doesn't need Parliament, and he can say across the board, by Prince Andrew, by Fergie, by William, or by Harry, by Meghan, by Archie.
It doesn't mean he loses the titles. It doesn't mean he loses the titles. It has to go through Parliament.
But they're saying he's trying to change it. That William wants to change it.
Well, he can't. I mean, he can't change that. That's the law. I mean, you know, the the thing about the royal family is it's not like the Middle Ages anymore. We actually rule them. They don't rule us. We make the decisions. We let them sort of play at being king and queen and all that. But King Charles, is trying to get away with soft soaping.
I think it's because he's sick.
I don't know. It's because he's a bit of a soft old.
I think he's sick, and his mom's team really should have handled it. I mean, I feel guilty. I feel really guilty. He is sick every week.
Yeah, but well, of course we feel sorry for him there, and we wish him all the best, as we do Catherine. But that isn't the point. This is a very important issue for this country, and the people want that oaf, that awful little man, that liar Andrew, stripped of his titles, and it has to go through Parliament. William wants that to happen. I mean, he might want to change the system in the future, but the system we've got now. There's nothing he can do about that. Now, given that William is extremely strong on this, it is also well known that as soon as he ascends to the throne, when he becomes king, there'll be some other titles he'll be going for. He will do it. He will go for Harry and Meghan, and he will take away their Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles, and especially the kids. He'll take the titles away from the kids, and that's why I think Meghan has launched Operation Thaw, because she wants to get friendly again with William and Kate, as she calls her, in order to try and hang on to her titles. And what I would say to that, Meghan, if you're watching, is good luck with that.